Let's not forget the Cup winners Kilmarnock, who play on Thursday, trying to overturn that 3-1 deficit from the first leg in Nice. The views of manager Bobby Williamson in a moment. Now, the Ayrshire club, the subject of takeover speculation this week, and Katrina Harvey's been down to assess their chances of progressing to the next round in Europe.
A tough training session in overcast Kilmarnock is a stark contrast to the glamour and excitement of European football. Killie, who knocked out Shelbourne in the preliminary rounds of the UEFA Cup, lost 3-1 to French side Nice in the opening leg of their first round clash. It's the proverbial mountain to climb, but the Killie players are desperate to make amends for that disappointing result in the Riviera.
It's quite a big task to score 2 goals against a team like Nice, because they're a very good side, you know, and but we've seen some things to give us confidence as well. Maybe they're not the best of teams at the back, but they're really good going forward, and we'll look forward to the game on Thursday.
They're a very good team, good technically, and they're very sharp in the last third of the park. But if we play well, I think we can beat them.
The Rugby Park side, sitting third bottom of the table, have had an indifferent start to the season. Saturday's 3-0 home defeat by Hearts was a particularly disappointing match from a defensive point of view. However, a good result against Nice would give the squad a tremendous boost.
I think the game on Saturday, I mean, everybody knows it was a terrible performance, and I think we've started no bad. I mean, I think we started better this season than last season, but the fact that we won the Scottish Cup, there's more in a spotlight on us.
The past 2 games have been a little bit disappointing, you know. First 2 home games at home, and we've not done too well. But up until then, we had quite a fair start to the season. We played 4 games away from home and got 5 points, which wasn't too bad a start. But it's been disappointing, as I say, the results over the last couple of games. But we've just got to get that out of our mind and concentrate on this game on Thursday, because after all, that's an important one now.
Although motivation for this match is clearly not a problem, Killie's French star Jérôme Vareille has helped inspire 2 Scottish teammates. For Vareille's father sent over a copy of a French newspaper's match report slagging off Scottish football.
The people who read paper think Scottish football is not very a good football, but it's wrong.
And the former Met star, who should feature despite a slight hamstring problem, is looking forward to meeting the offending French hacks after a Killie win.
Journalists come watch game. It's Thursday, and after game, if we win, I go see in journalists what I think.
The Kilmarnock support turned out in their thousands to cheer their team to Scottish Cup victory last season, and the players are hoping for the same enthusiastic backing on Thursday.
We really need them on Thursday night, because really it's going to be a difficult game as it is, and their backing could really help us.
This is what it's all about, playing the big European games, European nights here at Rugby Park. It's what the players want, it's what the fans want, and we just hope on Thursday we can give them something to shout about.
Yeah, that was Raymond Montgomery, the Kilmarnock captain. His manager is in the studio with us, Bobby Williamson. Bobby, your players are looking for a big crowd on Thursday night. Obviously, you've got that 2-goal deficit. Will the crowds turn out for this one?
I'm sure they will. It's been a long time since we're in Europe, Jim, and I'm sure they'll come out in their numbers. They came out against Shelbourne, and we done well eventually that night. We got the result we needed to take to Ireland, and I'm sure they'll turn out in numbers again. They know we can turn this round. Yeah,
I mean, Shelbourne, with all respect to them, a dress rehearsal really for a biggie, and Nice, OK, 2nd division, but it's a bigger club.
It is a big club, and I look at it in comparison with Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest playing in the English 1st division now, and that's the way they compare Nice to playing in their 2nd division over there. France is a big country, and it's a very powerful footballing nation. I think they've got 10 teams representing them in Europe this year, Jim. So they can't be treated lightly, especially when we went over there and lost 3-1. There could have been a few more. And I know they play their cup competition a bit earlier in the season, but they must have been decent to beat the likes of Marseille and all the rest of it, and take the cup from big clubs like that. That's right. I think it was a shock they actually won the cup, but they've won it, and they're into the Cup Winners' Cup. As I said, they've done very well against us over there. They scored 3, could have had a couple more, but we created a few chances ourselves, and Jérôme Vareille had a clear header at goal. The keeper was in good position. Ray Montgomery had a free header as well, so we feel we can cause them problems if we're positive and go at them right from the start. But of course the problem is, if you let them score, it makes it an even bigger mountain to climb, doesn't it? That's right, Jim. We've got to be careful at the back. Defensively, we've been leaking goals, and that's why we've really got to go out and attack them, just the same as Celtic did when they brought the Austrian club back to Glasgow. Yeah. And they get through 6-3. 6-3 will do for me. But looking at your last 2 games, you've lost 3 goals on Saturday. Right. 1 or 2 of them not very good, and the 3 against Rangers as well. We've not had a consistent backline, to be fair, Jim. We've chopped and changed, and we played very well against Dunfermline away from home after the Nice game. We drew 1-1 there with 3 at the back, with 2 wing backs. And against Rangers we had to change it again because I felt it was not necessary to play with 3 centre-halves against 1 striker, so we changed it and played with the flat back 4, and that went very well for 45 minutes. And I felt on Saturday that the 3 centre-halves could do a similar job to what they'd done against Dunfermline, feeling that Hearts had an aerial threat. But it never worked out that way, and I held my hands up after the game and said I got it wrong. And hopefully I've got a chance to put things right on Thursday.
Have you got something up your sleeve that maybe Nice haven't seen before?
Not a lot, Jim, not a lot. No, I've not seen Alec Burke or David Bagan play yet, and these guys might come into my thinking. As I said, we're going to be positive and we're going to go on the offensive and hopefully try and get a few goals and keep things tight at the back, Jim.
Craig, briefly, if he was 1-2 down, we'd be quite hopeful, but 1-3, it's just that bit harder.
I don't know. I think that with guys like Paul Wright in your team, you've always got a chance of scoring goals. And I think if they can keep it clean, the clean sheet for at least the first half, once you get a goal, I mean, that puts the pressure, really does put the pressure on Nice. I think that providing that they don't let any in, they've got a good chance.
OK, fingers crossed for Kilmarnock on Thursday night.
Now sport, and straight over to Kilmarnock's Rugby Park, where Rob McLean has already booked his seat for tonight's vital match.
That's right, Sally. 3 down, 1 to go. Celtic, Rangers and Dundee United are all out of Europe. That leaves Kilmarnock as Scotland's last remaining hope. But they trail Nice in the Cup Winners' Cup first round by 3 goals to 1. With me is the Kilmarnock manager, Bobby Williamson. Bobby, how real are your chances tonight of pulling this back?
Well, who knows, Rob. We're quite confident we can maybe do something tonight. We never really tested them over there, so hopefully we can get behind them tonight and create a few chances. Was that a big disappointment that you really didn't ask too many questions about them over there? It was. We managed to get a goal. We had a couple of other weeks, half chances that we never capitalised on, but hopefully we can test them tonight, and if we get a wee bit of luck on the night and keep things tight at the back, Rob, hopefully we can get through the tie. And team-wise, you've decided to leave out the experience of Montgomery and Nevin. That's right, we're bringing in the 2 young lads, so it'll be a great experience for them tonight. Bagan and Burke will play in the wide areas, and I feel that's where we can get most joy, is down the flanks and maybe get some balls into the centre for Wright and Vareille to get in the end of. At the back, we're bringing big Neil Whitworth into the back end to try and deal with the threat of Cone. Are the players fired up for this? They have to be, don't they? They've got to be. This is a great experience for them playing in Europe, and we want to taste it again, so hopefully we can do ourselves justice. We didn't do that in France. We want to make it a proud night for the supporters. OK, Bobby, thanks very much indeed, and good luck to you. And you can hear live coverage of Kilmarnock against Nice on Radio Scotland from just after 7 o'clock, with highlights to follow on BBC One Scotland at midnight. Let's hope that is worth waiting up for.
His cup match between Kilmarnock and Nice. Richard Gordon presents Sports Scene Match of the Day.
Hello, it's not been the best of weeks for Scottish clubs in Europe, with Celtic losing out unluckily to Liverpool and Rangers being comprehensively beaten by Strasbourg. That ended our interest in the UEFA Cup, so tonight the spotlight fell on the Cup Winners' Cup. Kilmarnock were left to fly the flag for Scotland, but they faced perhaps the toughest test of all, kicking off 3-1 down to Nice after the first leg in France. Bobby Williamson made 4 changes following the defeat against Hearts on Saturday. Drago Lekovic was back in goal. Dylan Kerr made his first start since the cup final in place of the suspended Martin Baker, and David Bagan and Alec Burke returned on the wings. Nice named an unchanged side from the first leg, with the main threats again likely to come from captain Frank van de Castel and German striker Stefan Cone, who scored twice a fortnight ago. The best of the action now with commentator Rob McLean.
It's Nice who start the match, and they must be feeling supremely confident about the outcome, carrying that 3-1 lead from the Stade du Rye 2 weeks ago. Determined start there too by Kilmarnock. Ali Mitchell firmly into that tackle, and it's fairly clear that Kilmarnock want to atone for a low-key first leg performance. It's the first touch for Dylan Kerr. And the free kick goes Kilmarnock's way, a foul given against Lekovic. Kilmarnock moving things around very quickly. There's Alec Burke, Vareille in the middle. Paul Wright gradually getting there. Cone well tackled by Neil Whitworth. Burke again. The attempted cross charge down. Well, this is a very lively start by Kilmarnock. It's the German cone who's writhing about in apparent agony. The challenge was from Neil Whitworth, only one winner there. Paul Wright, long ball. Bagan, Kilmarnock wearing their European numbers, which can be confusing. MacPherson to McGowne. It's for Vareille. Good effort at the near post. It was a nice ball played in. And Vareille, who missed the good-headed opportunity in the first game against Nice, wasn't too far off the mark there. Kerr to McGowne. Paul Wright's making a long run through the middle. That's the target. Bertalia couldn't get there, and Paul Wright couldn't quite catch the shot. That was promising for Kilmarnock. It was a good run by Wright, and he was well found, but not enough power on the shot. That's well done by Whitworth. Now Mark Reilly does well and wins a free kick. Tackled late by Orlanier. It's nice to see this man under pressure because he was running the show 2 weeks ago. That was a nice change of direction from Mark Reilly, and he was caught late. Kerr to Ali Mitchell. Nicely hit. And a good save by Hook. This is a bright start by Kilmarnock. The goalkeeper, who was really tested 2 weeks ago, was really tested out here by that shot from Ali Mitchell. Struck powerfully with the outside of the right foot. Trying to keep the pressure on. Bagan's corner. Punches it. Mitchell again. Still has it. Van der Castel, who switched sides. Cone and Orlanier are through the middle. Here is Orlanier. This is a chance. Thankfully for Kilmarnock, off target. But the danger clear there on the break. Cone and Orlanier were in room on the far side, and Orlanier should have done better here. That's MacPherson having a look at what's available. First time from Paul Wright for Ali Mitchell. That's for Vareille. Seemed to be obstructed there by Lekovic. Another nice attacking move this by Kilmarnock. Played in by Mitchell. Vareille was the target, and they couldn't get there. MacPherson for Bagan. Tightly marked by Michael Roll. All they saw of Bagan in the first game was a fleeting second half substitutes appearance. Vareille doing well again. Good strength. Dylan Kerr struck it well. Kilmarnock keen to shoot from long range, and like Mitchell's effort, again he was powerfully behind it. Right, good ball for Alec Burke. Vareille's in the middle. It's for Ali Mitchell. Bagan up in support. First time effort from the edge of the area by Paul Wright. Reilly, forward for Vareille. Good effort. Blocked by Bertalia. It's enterprising stuff this by Kilmarnock. The shot blocked. Plenty to encourage the Kilmarnock fans in the first 28 minutes. Whitworth to Kerr. Now Burke. First time for Vareille. Holding up possession well. And foul on Alec Burke by Lekovic. cut inside. He is caught by the Yugoslav Milankovic. There's Paul Wright. Good turn. Chance for Reilly! And Mark Reilly scores for Kilmarnock. 31 minutes gone, and the pressure from the home team pays off. It's a move that Kilmarnock work on a lot. The ball played into the feet of Paul Wright. And when it broke off Paul Wright, it was Mark Reilly who hammered home the left foot shot. The goalkeeper who could have a good effort at stopping this, but into the far corner from Reilly. What a time to score your first goal of the season. And really Kilmarnock's industry and spirit is rewarded. Bobby Williamson wanted his players to make up for a disappointing show on the Côte d'Azur, and he's certainly getting it so far. Now Kerr. That's for Paul Wright, but he's offside. This will try a good ball, but Paul Wright just didn't quite time the run. Wright usually so clever. He's looking down the line. In fact, he could well have been onside there. That's a bad decision. Quickly into the tackle was Whitworth. It was well won. And Jerome Vareille fouled again. Williamson will be pleased with Vareille's performance and with the showing of the whole team. Dylan Kerr's free kick. Kevin McGowne's underneath it. And the chance for Paul Wright. It was a crowded 6-yard box and he couldn't get the power on the header. That was well won by McGowne. Paul Wright might feel he could have done better with this chance. It's well won though by Bagan against Ongibo, now given away to Cartalia. Kilmarnock need to keep their concentration, keep their shape as we move into stoppage time at the end of the half. They don't want all the good work to be undone. In from Van de Castel. Ongibo was there, but Gus MacPherson won the header. He's taken a knock too. Here's Olanier. It's 1 against 3, and Dylan Kerr comes away with it. Gus MacPherson is still on the ground. He'll need some treatment for a head knock, and eventually play is brought to a close. Here's how MacPherson was injured. He got the header away, and then Ongibo caught him with his own head. But it's half-time, and Kilmarnock had the lead thanks to Mark Reilly, who made a driving run into the box and beat Hook with a left foot shot. And it's no more than Kilmarnock have deserved after a first half full of commitment and full of spirit. All that was missing in the first leg is here tonight. And at half-time, it's Kilmarnock 1, Nice 0. And the good news at the start of the second half is that Gus MacPherson is restored to the action after taking that bang on the back of the head. Kilmarnock restart. They must think that this tie is now very much winnable. I don't think too many of their supporters would necessarily have agreed with that after what happened 2 weeks ago. It's gone well so far. Here's Ali Mitchell wasting the crossing opportunity. But he does win a corner kick. Good pressure there from Alec Burke against Milankovic, forcing the corner. Kerr, nice back heel. Alec Burke. Away from Olanier, that looked like a shoulder charge. Free kick not given. Really physical challenge that by Olanier on Alec Burke. One of his typical weaving runs. He was heading for the byline and that looked as if he was checked out. Milankovic. That's for Potier. Now Dominique Olanier. And Frank van de Gestel. Trying to get in behind Burke. It's a good cross too. Over the top from Frank Potier. That was a great heading opportunity there. He knows it. And for the first time in the match, the wing menace of Van de Castel. He did this with great regularity in the first leg, Van de Castel, but Potier disappointed with that header. That's MacPherson's throw. Wright doing what he's so good at. Mitchell. That's a good ball for Vareille. If he'd only known he had some time there, he might well have taken that ball down and had a shot at goal. Nicely worked move this by Kilmarnock. Vareille's header too high. When you see the time he had, he could well have controlled this and had a better crack at goal. Now Dominique Olanier. That's a dangerous ball in. Good covering there by Gus MacPherson. It was a good cross, well played in. And a free kick given against Kerr's challenge on Van de Castel. And you get the feeling the Frenchman made the most of this. Not really too much contact, but he just flung himself to the ground. Maybe the yellow card is as much for the protest as for the foul. Kilmarnock desperately wanting to defend this properly. So important they hold out. Potier's shot, and it nearly caught Lekovic. Everyone expecting the cross. And Frank Potier hooked in the left foot shot, and it wasn't too far off target. Kerr to Wright. Good tight control. And a good ball in too. Jerome Vareille had a snatch at it at the near post. A wry smile. Good ball in that from Paul Wright. And Vareille was alive to the possibilities. 2-0 for Kilmarnock would be enough to take them into the draw for the second round of the Cup Winners' Cup. And they've certainly got their opposition rattled tonight. Didier Ongan has been guilty of more than the one foul on Paul Wright. It's well done by Alec Burke. In behind Milinkovic, a good ball too for John Henry. Cuts it across goal, and Jerome Vareille was almost there. Wright and Vareille were both moving in. Lovely sleight of foot there from Alec Burke. Well-timed pass too. In from Henry. Neither Wright nor Vareille could get there. Surely that was a corner kick. Mitchell. Burke and Wright in the middle. Wins the corner kick. Italia looks as if he's picked up a spot of cramp in conceding that corner kick. Stretching for the ball. Not quite making the noise they were a fortnight ago. And a lot of that is down to the way Kilmarnock have played. Nice have looked a different team. Ongipo, this could be bad news for Kilmarnock. A good covering from Gus MacPherson. He's taken a knock in a tender position. Whitworth who missed his kick, and he needed the presence of MacPherson behind him. The cheering coming from the Kilmarnock fans because Nice determined to waste as much time as possible. They will settle for this scoreline, because this scoreline will see them through to the next round. A few words with Dominique Olanier being urged to get on with it. Aubameyang, Neil Whitworth got it away. And the former Manchester United defender was being climbed all over. Some frantic goings on the Nice bench. They realise, of course, that one more Kilmarnock goal and they're out. Italia to Ongipo. 48. Gus MacPherson has had a solid game. Lekovic urging the Kilmarnock players upfield. Ongan won the header. Ongibo too. MacPherson being advised by the bench to knock that ball forward. Good flip from Vareille. Ali Mitchell tries to catch it. Gets the corner kick. He's put in a power of work, Mitchell. He must be feeling the effects. But Kilmarnock just sensing they could be in the draw for the next round. Wright is the meat in the sandwich. Alec Burke's corner kick away from Aubagnan. Here's Burke. Lekovic. Frank Potier. This is a real chance for Nice. And well saved by Lekovic. He stood up to that so well. That could have been the end of Kilmarnock's European chances. And it's Lekovic to the rescue. The Kilmarnock defence really caught by a quick counter-attack. Potier right through. Great save, Lekovic. And Nice have done it. And it's Lekovic. And that's surely the goal that ends Kilmarnock's European campaign. The Nice fans celebrate. They can probably hardly believe it. Kilmarnock have had so much the upper hand, but from Van de Castel's cross, Milankovic's header gave his fellow Yugoslav Lekovic not unearthly, and that's a cruel moment for Kilmarnock. Mark Reilly won the header, and Alec Burke couldn't control the ball. It's been a punishing match though for everyone involved. Kilmarnock have put in so much. Olanier beaten by Burke, and Reilly gives it to Henry. Now Kerr. That's aimed for Paul Wright. Bertalier got the header. A loose one from Henry. Olanier to Van de Castel. It's a good ball in. Frank Potier retrieves it. Ongibo eventually ran out of steam away from Lekovic. All right, good pass. John Henry. Right again. Free kick, just a couple of yards outside the area. Ongan protests. Paul Wright clearly shaping for the shot. He made the most of it, right, but he was caught. And again, Nice doing their best to hold up proceedings. Here's Paul Wright with a free kick. Straight into the wall. Dylan Kerr, that's a good looking cross. Away from Roll. Another corner kick. Nicely curled that cross. Reilly's corner kick. The Kerr header. I don't think he thought that was coming his way. Taken by surprise, because it ended up as a free header. Came off first the head, then the shoulder, and harmlessly over the top. Michael Roll, good looking cross too. Nobody could get there. Van de Castel. Milankovic it is on the far side. Alec Burke. Not quite enough pace to take him away from Lekovic, although he got a vital touch there. Paul Wright's in the middle. Cleared at the near post by Kerr. That was a good run by Burke. But Paul Wright couldn't get there first for the cross. Burke's corner, knocked down by Kevin McGowne. And saved on the line by Hook. The effort from Mark Roberts. It was deflected. Knocked down by Kevin McGowne. Roberts controlled it well, and 1 against 3, but he's still got the shot in. McGowne to Nevin. Mark Roberts did well to keep possession there. MacPherson. OGC not looking too interested about keeping that in. Chance for Pat Nevin, and that really should have ended up in the back of the net. A great chance for Nevin at the far post. Good holding up work here by Roberts, fired in by MacPherson, and Pat Nevin should have had that on target. And that might have made the last few minutes very interesting indeed if it had gone 2-1. Here's Pat Nevin. Roberts. Good try that by Mark Roberts, who wins the corner kick. The left foot of Reilly. Whitworth is there, knocks it down. Nobody could get the final touch. Kevin McGowne was there. But it's in the hands of keeper Hook. Into stoppage time. Van de Castel to Olanier. He's still full of running right at the end. Managed to keep it in too. That was for Savini. Aubameyang won the header, straight to Burke. Through for Paul Wright, but he's offside. A frustrating end to the match for Paul Wright. And there can't be too much longer to go. Lekovic looking for Burke. Away from Aubameyang. Whitworth to Reilly, he's overrun it. Reilly, whose goal gave so much hope in the first half. Lekovic beaten by Burke. Here's Reilly. Paul right through the middle. Ongand cleverly lets that run and spills some more time. Ongibo. Savini. Van de Castel. And that's full time. And Kilmarnock are out of the European Cup Winners' Cup. Lekovic, the man whose header ended the campaign just when Kilmarnock were looking for a second goal, which would have taken them through. So ultimately it's disappointment for Bobby Williamson and his team, but he will be pleased with a spirited showing tonight from his team. But it's these Nice fans who are celebrating. It's their team who are through. 1-1 on the night and an aggregate 4-2 Nice.
Bobby, Kilmarnock could have been through. Should you have been through? Yeah, I thought on the night we were a better team and we had a few chances. Unfortunately for us, the luck never went our way tonight and we missed out.
Did you feel doubtful at half-time that one was enough because of the pressure you'd had and the chances you'd made?
Well, that's right. We had a couple of chances there in the first half, but you're still hopeful. No, it wasn't nothing. It's a great position to be in, and if it goes to the last minute, we get there a goal. That'd have been terrific, but it wasn't to be. They caught us short at the back, and a great ball in for Van der Castile, and the boys met it well. And it's a good goal from their point of view.
Were you always wary about pushing up in the second half and leaving holes at the back?
I said that to the lads. We don't have to really chase a game. We can still play our normal game and keep possession and just probe. But we threw caution to the wind with about 15 to go, which was a bit reckless, and we get punished for it.
When they scored, that meant another 2 goals, even to take it to extra time. It was always going to be a tall order at that stage.
It was an uphill task from then on, and as I said, our guys have played 6 games in 2.5 weeks, and you can see it's took its toll on the guys that have played all those games. And the French lads look quite fit and lively, and I don't think they have had as heavy programmes which we have had.
You must be pleased, though, to have restored some pride. A disappointing performance over there, and a performance full of spirit tonight.
Yeah, we wanted to show the French that we could actually play, because I felt they were disrespectful to us, the way they were talking about us in the papers. And I think they were worried at times in the game, Rob, especially 1-0 at half-time. I think we had them on their heels at that time, and we're just going to get that knockout one.
And so, despite a brave performance, Kilmarnock joined Rangers and Celtic on the European sidelines. All the damage done in the first leg in Nice. From the whole team here at Rugby Park, good night.
Kilmarnock were a big disappointment in the first leg, and it was clear last night they planned to make up for that letdown. That was Ali Mitchell's long-range effort. The goal, which raised hopes of reaching the next round of the Cup Winners' Cup, came after 31 minutes, marked Reilly's first goal of the season. What Killie needed to knock out Nice was another goal, and Jerome Vareille should have taken this golden opportunity. But all the attacking was leaving holes at the back, and Nice sub Frank Potier had a great chance to score here. Saved by Lekovic. A minute later, Van der Castell's cross, a flying header from Lekovic, and Kilmarnock's European dream was over. Even then, Pat Nevin could have restored their lead, failing to hit the target with a close-range header. 1-1, 4-2 on aggregate.
We wanted to show the French that we could actually play, because I felt they were disrespectful to us, the way they were talking about us in the papers. And I think they were worried at times in the game, Rob, especially 1-0 at half-time. I think we had them on their heels at that time, and we're just going to get that knockout one.
Kilmarnock, of course, lost 4-2, not on away goals. I must sack that scriptwriter.
Well, Kilmarnock manager Bobby Williamson wants the Scottish League to allow clubs the concession made to the national team. Clubs with players in the international squad are allowed to postpone their games on the preceding Saturday, and Williamson thinks the league should do likewise for sides performing in European competitions.
It's not every year Kilmarnock are in Europe, but I would advocate for that next year, even if we're not in it. We wouldn't mind pulling out a Saturday game, I don't think, just to give the guys a chance to progress in Europe.
Is that given that we do it for the national side, why don't we do it for the club side?
That's right, it cuts both ways. If Scotland need to do it, I don't see any reason why our clubs can't do it.
Do you think that would be a major help to you?
It was certainly a fiddle lads fresher. If you noticed the game against Nice, they seem to be stronger than us in the last 15-20 minutes. They were mounting attack after breakaway attacks after attack, and I seen our guys looking a bit jaded.